creative. Grab your gears, let's gather round, an adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Whoa. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Department of Education, and on Saturdays we're here with you to share information, updates, activities as much as we can, and I think it's a high point, almost every week we have high points, but we have a lot of high points this week, so we'll be sharing some information and updates with you, and we have a lot to celebrate in the week coming up. And then we have, of course, we know this is November, so it's ABBA month time, and we'll have the ABBA month quiz, compliments the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, and that will take place later on. For parents whose children are fast asleep, wake them up, because we're talking about flowering plants and trees. So whatever the quiz questions may be, they will be focused on plants and trees that can bring about some form of flowers. So we have, as I said, quite a few updates, and so we will start off. I think that we had a very important and impactful ceremony yesterday. We had the schools, the public primary schools here on Nevis had a competition. The competition was spearheaded and led by the Ministry and Department of Agriculture, and it was called the Agro competition, and it was a school gardening competition which focused on the two categories. They had the outdoor category, and then you had the category for those schools that have their shade houses or greenhouses. And so we want to commend all of the schools. The students participated, and they were able to plant and take the crops from planting. Some have harvested and some have not as yet, but those schools that have not harvested, they will be harvesting shortly, and the crops that they focused on were lettuce, peppers, and cantaloupe. And so we had quite an informative session. The schools presented what they did, and the judges and the members from the Department of Agriculture, the staff and supporting team from the Department of Agriculture were thoroughly impressed, and it seemed like everyone had fun. But ultimately, we had our various schools emerging in the various categories. So in the outdoor category, we saw St. Thomas's Primary capping the first prize, VOJN second, EPPS third, and then in the shade house or greenhouse category, we had the Cicely Brown Integrated School, and they were able to win that category. So and I think for CBIS, they were able to harvest and sell the lettuce that they grew during the 6-week period for the competition. I want to, on behalf of the Ministry and Department of Education, commend and thank the team at the Ministry and Department of Agriculture for this initiative and for the support of the schools. And of course, we know that we want the students to understand the importance of food security. This is the next generation of adults, because they will be the ones who would farm, whether it be backyard farming or on a commercial scale. They will be the ones who would be able to really embrace and take the concept of food security forward. So commendations to all schools once again for participating, and every school walked away with something, with a prize, and something that would help them to continue the work that was started. So commendations to the schools, particularly St. Thomas's Primary for the winning the outdoor competition, and Cicely Brown Integrated School for winning the shade house or greenhouse version of the portion of the competition. We also had an action-packed week within the department, and we know that we've had the hashtag football is back, and so on Wednesday evening we saw the football semi-finals happening at the ETW Park. The primary school football tournament started back in October, and we are right at the very end. So we had the semi-finals happening on Wednesday night, and we saw in the first game Charlestown Primary versus Jocelyn Library Primary, and at the end of the match there was a 2-2, and so we had to go into penalties, and we ended up with a 3-2 in favor of Charlestown Primary, and the player of the game was Kashim Taylor. In the second game we saw St. Thomas's Primary and St. James Primary, and the score was 4-2. St. James Primary in favor of St. James Primary. The player of the game was Justin Williams, and so we want to commend all teams, and all teams will be playing in the evening of the finals. One match would be for the third place, and the other match would be, of course, for the winner of the tournament. I want to take this opportunity. We initially announced that the finals will take place this evening. The finals have been postponed, and so the finals will take place next Wednesday at 6 p.m. We'll have the first game and the second game at 7 p.m. So just take note of that. We will no longer have the finals this evening. The finals have been postponed, and we'll see the finals taking place on Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. And during those games we will see, the teams for the final game. So the first game, the 6 o'clock game, will focus on the third place, the third place teams. Remember they played in the first instance for the top to advance, and so we'll see Joycelyn Library coming up against St. Thomas's Primary, and the winner of that game will take the third place in the tournament. And then we will see the championship game, St. James Primary versus Charlestown Primary, and then we'll have a closing ceremony and prize giving happening right after that. So that's how we are going to close out the 2022 football tournament, primary schools football tournament. We'll close out with those games. So we see you there at 6 p.m. for St. Thomas's and Joycelyn Library Primary, and then at 7 p.m. for St. James's and Charlestown Primary. The atmosphere in the park on the semi-final night was, as I said, very electrifying, very high energy, and we hope that the parents and community members will come on out and support our athletes in a way that would reflect and even surpass what happened this week during the semi-finals. So we look forward to seeing all of you at the ETW Park. It promises to be an exceptionally energized and competitive game, both games will be energized and well anticipated, but I think lots of persons are looking forward to the final game to determine the winner of the tournament, and that would see St. James Primary. And ironically, in terms of population, we have our smallest school in terms of student population coming up against our biggest school in terms of student population for this final game. So it promises to be interesting, and we encourage you to come on out and of course to support the children and your schools. Remember that we wanted to make sure that we keep it nice and family friendly, but I know that the competition is on, and so we look forward to that. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's youth on the go. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go, let's go, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around, and adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel. And I am Zahnela Claxton from the Department of Education, and I'm here with you to share updates, information, activities, just a bit about what's been happening and what will be happening in the next few days. And so we covered the football tournament, and we continue to encourage everyone to support the teams. And in line with sports and opportunities in sports, I want to also take this opportunity to commend the 3 athletes who have traveled to St. Lucia to participate in the OECS tournament. They are the first ever students to qualify for the federation and to be able to compete in this competition. This competition is 30 years old. It's been going on for 30 years, and this is the first time that St. Kitts Nevis is represented, and those children who are representing the federation are all from Nevis, all 3 students, and so they can claim and boast that they are on national duty. They are on national duty. They're representing the federation, and so I want to say commendations to them. The opening ceremony has taken place. I think their competitions will take place tomorrow, but there is a YouTube link that you can access to be able to view the various competitions. They have been actively engaged, as I said, and so we want to commend them. We have one student from Montessori Academy, Skylar Connor, and then we have 2 students from St. James Primary, Austin Williams and Justin Williams. And so we want to commend Austin, Justin, and Skylar, and of course their coaches who have been working with them for a very, very, very long time. So please make sure that you show your support in whatever way, even if it's just viewing the competition on YouTube and staying connected with that. So commendations to them. The OECS 30th OECS Swimming Championships, 30 years, and it's the first time that the federation is represented, and they're represented by children from Nevis, and we are indeed proud of you, students. We're proud of your coaches, the work that it took to get you here, and listeners. Competitive swimming is no easy feat. It takes the same level of commitment as any other competitive sport or activity, and so we know that they had to get up early in the morning to train, and they had to train in the evenings, and they had to do a lot of work to get to this point. And so we look forward to ensuring that we have more athletes in the area of swimming as time goes on. We have had certain partnerships, and of course we know we've had the Swim to Win program representatives here. There are other swimming programs, and ultimately, just like you have different clubs, ultimately children can access, and we're happy that they have this level of access at this point to the opportunities to compete, so that they can qualify, just like you would have to qualify for the Carifta Games, or you have to qualify for the Olympics or anything else that's happening. They would have to make sure that they're in a position to qualify. So it's an annual event. It happens this time of year every year, and so we hope that this year we had 3 students who really committed to the cause and did well. We hope that next year we can have a bit more, maybe 5, and we hope that we can be able to grow the interest in swimming and buy-in and participation over time. Okay, so coming up as well this week, we have a few other activities and events. We have a big day happening for the Charlestown Secondary School on Wednesday. At 9 a.m. we'll see the students who attended the Charlestown Secondary School engaged in their graduation ceremony, and at 3 p.m. those who were students of the Navy Sixth Form will engage in their graduation ceremony. So that's happening this Wednesday, and there are 2 ceremonies, and so we want to in advance congratulate the students for their hard work over a 5-year period. Of course, the graduation ceremony at the end of high school is a culmination of work done over your 5-year period, over your academic career, and so we want to thank and commend all supporting personnel, your teachers, your well-wishers and family members, the various stakeholders who supported you, the students, as you got to this point. And of course, we want to commend you for doing the work and for completing the course. We will go into greater detail following the ceremony, and of course, commending and highlighting those students who were able to do well throughout their high school tenure, and of course on their various exams as well. So that's our graduation ceremonies happening this Wednesday, Charlestown Secondary in the morning, Navy Sixth Form in the afternoon. I also want to alert you of an upcoming luncheon. The Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School's library will be having a luncheon on Thursday, 17th November, and it will take place from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. The cost is $25. The menu: Creole fish, chicken or stewed beef, curried mutton or jerk pork. Oh, lots of meat kind options. Let me go over them again: Creole fish, chicken, stewed pork, curried mutton or jerk pork, rice and peas or seasoned rice or fried rice, coconut dumplings and seasoned provisions, macaroni pie, scalloped potato, breadfruit cheesy, vegetable quiche, salt fish balls, steamed vegetables, green salad, coleslaw, and a local drink. For $25, you will get various selections. Of course, I don't think you will get all of the items, but you will be able to select from the various options. So please support the library at the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School and the school on the whole this Thursday, 17th November, commencing at 11:30 a.m. We also want to alert you of the upcoming fun day. The PTA of the Joyston Library Primary School will be hosting a grand fair extravaganza, and that will take place on Saturday, 26th November 2022. They will have chicken, games, hot dogs, raffles, drinks, movies, cotton candy, bouncing castle, and popcorn, and all of this will take place on the school grounds. So the Joyston Library Primary School's PTA will be hosting this activity, and we want you to support them as they have this fundraising endeavor. And PTAs are integral to the success of schools. Parents are important in this entire process, and parental involvement and engagement is important. And so 26th of November we will see that happening at the Jerusalem Library Primary School's grounds, and we want to encourage everyone to participate, to support both initiatives which were shared this morning. We also want to remind you that this coming week, is World Nursery Rhyme Week. World Nursery Rhyme Week, and we explored a little bit, and we'll do it once again after the break. But we explored the importance of nursery rhymes, and so World Nursery Rhyme Week will take place from November 14th to 18th, and of course schools and institutions across the entire world will participate in World Nursery Rhyme Week. On Nevis, we have selected 5 nursery rhymes to focus on this week. On Monday, we have Hey Diddle Diddle. On Tuesday, Once I Caught the Fish Alive. On Wednesday, Pat a Cake. On Thursday, Jack and Jill. On Friday, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And we are asking all nurseries, preschools, primary schools, secondary schools on Nevis to participate. And we have been asked questions, what primary schools, secondary schools, can that even happen? Is there value to having secondary schools having nursery rhyme week? Some persons have said, I can't see it, but it is possible. It's a global initiative, as I said, and we know that they're important tools to help with children's early literacy and social development. And in secondary schools, rhyming can help our students grow in languages and the arts. Rhymes also help to improve our communication skills and our students' communication skills, and of course to help them to be more creative and imaginative. We're asking parents to also support at home, so each day you would know which nursery rhyme the students focused on, and you can ask them about the nursery rhyme and even see if they know it. Maybe some of even our secondary school students might not know the nursery rhymes. So on Monday we have Hey Diddle Diddle. On Tuesday we have Once I Caught the Fish Alive. Wednesday we have Pat a Cake. Thursday we have Jack and Jill. Friday we have Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and I'm trying to figure out in my mind my daily depiction. I'm going to have to work on that over the weekend, so that we can get a sense of hey, it's nursery rhyme week, and we want to support. So Monday, Hey Diddle Diddle. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to be the cat, the fiddle, the cow, the moon, the spoon, or the dish. I can't determine yet. Some say they'll be the cow because they'll just do some black and white and put on some spots and they'll be the cow. I'm tempted to be the spoon, but I can't figure out how to make it happen. And so maybe the dish, I'm not sure. But whatever component of the nursery rhyme you can come up with, feel free to do that. And you can, as I said, interact with your children at home to find out exactly what they did. A few weeks ago, we talked about the benefits of nursery rhymes. I'm going to go through some more of those after the break, and then we'll transition into the Album Month quiz. I hope the children are up and ready for the Album Month quiz. We're focused on flowering trees and plants, and this week we'll have 2 questions for primary schools, 2 questions for secondary school students, and we'll cover those in the second half of the program. So parents, so much to think about, so much to wrap our minds around, and then in about a week or so we will have the commencement of our end of term assessments, and then right after that, believe it or not, term 1 will be a wrap. Just a reminder, the term ends for students on the 2nd of December, and for teachers on the 9th of December. So we encourage everyone to take note of those dates so that you're not blindsided by them. I mean, you would have gotten them at the beginning of the term, but just in case you might have missed it. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation.
When VON vibrates, the whole Caribbean must shake.
860 AM, the powerhouse.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's you on the go. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab the gears, let's gather round, and adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Department of Education, and we're here sharing with you some information, some updates of events and activities which will be taking place in short order, or some activities which have already taken place. We know that we have shared a lot, but we want to continue to encourage all of our listeners, especially our parents, to continue to engage our students, and of course to get them involved in various activities which are happening. We want to ensure the holistic development of all students and all persons altogether. And so while when one generally thinks of education as something that is mostly academic, we want to make sure that the experience is holistic. Our children can receive opportunities and scholarships in so many different areas, and we don't want to close any of the doors for any of our students. As I said, next week is Nursery Rhyme Week, and we are excited. Hey Diddle Diddle. We start off with Hey Diddle Diddle, then we go into Once I Caught a Fish Alive, Pat a Cake, Jack and Jill, and we close out with Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. All of our students are little stars, and so we hope that they can twinkle and maybe shine really, really brightly on that last day. So rhymers, and why are we focused on nursery rhymes, and why are we taking the time out to celebrate Nursery Rhyme Week? There must always be a reason. There must always be a connection, and the reason is rhymers are readers. The importance of nursery rhyme for our students, our children, are more than we can even capture in any one section of any show, but we'll go quickly through some of them, then we can share some more with you later on if we have time after we conclude the album month quiz. But the first one of the areas is language development. When children hear nursery rhymes, they hear sounds and vowels and consonants, which those nursery rhymes bring out. They learn how to put these sounds together, and they learn how to make words. They also practice pitch, volume, and voice inflection, as well as the rhythm of language. For example, listen to how you sound when you ask a question. Do you sound different when you tell a story? In nursery rhymes, children hear new words. They would not hear these words in their everyday language sometimes. For example, fetch and pail in Jack and Jill. I went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. They might have heard bucket, but they might not have heard pail, and that's a conversation that you could get. They might have heard collect or get or pick up or take up, but they might not have heard fetch. And so those are some of the things that would come out in nursery rhymes, words that they might not ordinarily interact with. Nursery rhymes are short and it's easy to repeat, and so they become a part of some children's first sentences. Nursery rhymes also help with cognitive development. Since nursery rhymes are patterns, they help children learn to easily recall and memorize. Nursery rhymes usually tell a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. This teaches children that events happen in sequence, and they begin to learn how to understand stories and how to follow along. Nursery rhymes use patterns and sequence, so children begin to learn simple mathematical skills as they recite the nursery rhymes. Many rhymes also use numbers, counting, and other math words that children need to learn, such as size and weight. Nursery rhymes also introduce alliteration. Goosey, goosey, gander, Matopia, and Baba, black sheep, and imaginative imagery. Children hear these rhymes and act out what they imagine the characters are doing. Nursery rhymes also help in physical development. Children develop their mouth and tongue muscles by using the different sounds in the rhyme. Rhymes that involve movement help with coordination. In dramatic play, children use their whole bodies to act out the nursery rhymes they hear. Nursery rhymes also help with social and emotional development. Sharing nursery rhymes provide a safe and secure bond between parents and children. Positive physical touch between a parent and a child, or between children, for example, during clapping rhymes, it is important for social development. Funny nursery rhymes allow children to develop a sense of humor. Nursery rhyme characters experience many different emotions. This can help children identify their own emotions and understand the real emotions of others. When children act out the nursery rhyme stories they hear, they learn to imagine, be creative, and express themselves. Nursery rhymes teach history, ring around the rosy, and connect children to the past. We're going to look at rhymers or readers if we have an opportunity to later on, but I have some updates for you from the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society as it relates to ABBA month. First of all, those students who called in last week know that someone from the NHCS will be calling you this upcoming week. They were unable to reach out last week, so they will reach out this week. We will have those for this week as well. They will reach out to you and they will have their prizes. Your parents will have to collect your prizes from the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society. So we'll send the names and to them, and then when you go to collect your prizes, you just give them your name and they'll be able to give you your prize. So for those who won last week and those who are going to win today, you go to the NHCS, you give them your name, and you should be able to collect your prize. Also, next week they are launching a tree photo challenge, and the details will be available on the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society's Facebook page. And then finally, the treasure hunt is coming up. There is going to be a treasure hunt. I usually join in after I finish the show, and it will be on the last Saturday of November. There will be a treasure hunt, and the teams are invited to participate. No more than 4 children per team, and we will get the details as well for that one next week. So there are some exciting things. I think I've always loved the treasure hunt. We did a nice one in Charlestown just about 2 years ago, and then we had the virtual treasure hunt happening during COVID, and so there will be another physical treasure hunt, and you'll get some more details in the upcoming week. The focus area, the focus for this year, flowering plants and trees, and so we're going to open the lines for our primary school students. We will start with you for the treasure hunt, the NHCS quiz, ABBA month quiz, flowering trees and shrubs, week 2. Our primary school students are eligible for the first two questions, and then to answer the first two questions, and then we'll move on to the secondary school students. So the first question or clue, this one is actually a clue. My beautiful flowers of many different colors only last one day. I used to be one of the most popular shrubs in Nivision Gardens before the pink mealybug came and nearly took me away. But now you see me again, and you see my bright blooms on display. 469-1616, 469-1700. What shrub or flowering shrub or tree can we possibly be talking about? Let's go again. My beautiful flowers of many different colors only last one day. I used to be one of the most popular shrubs in Nivision Gardens before the pink mealybug came and nearly took me away. But now you can see me again, my bright blooms on display. What flowering plant are we talking about? Remember, whatever it is, it has to be a flowering tree or shrub. And this one seems to be a little bit of a stomper. Let me go again. My beautiful flowers, and Melissa's gotten it. So I know somebody's out there has gotten it. She's doing her victory move. My beautiful flowers of many different colors only last one day. I used to be one of the most popular shrubs in the Nivision Gardens before the pink mealybug came and nearly took me away. But now you see me again, my bright blooms on display. 469-1616, 469-1700. What flowering tree, plant, or shrub could we possibly be talking about? Oh, we're still not sure? Let me go again. My beautiful flowers of many different colors only last one day. I used to be one of the most popular shrubs in Nivision Gardens before the pink mealybug came and nearly took me away. But now you see me again, my bright blooms on display. And let me tell you, some of you might be focused on the pink mealybug and not on the initial clue. So I'm going to give you a clue to the riddle, or to the section that I just read. I'm going to give you a little clue. Okay, do I hold off on the clue? Okay, we have a caller, so I'm going to hold off on the clue. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, do you have any idea what flowering tree or plant we're talking about?
It is the morning glory.
Ooh, you're close, but not quite there. So I'm going to read it again, and I'm going to give the hint, or the area that you can focus on, and then you can call us right back, okay? All right. So that was a good guess. That was a very good guess. But I'm going to go again. My beautiful flowers of many different colors only last one day. You have to think about a flowering plant that... Okay, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, that caller isn't coming through. So we're going to call her. You can hang up and try again. My beautiful flowers of many different colors only last one day. I used to be one of the most popular shrubs in Nivision Gardens before the pink mealybug came and nearly took me away. But now you see me again, my bright blooms on display. And I think this one is one of my favorite ones, so I'm hoping somebody knows it. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, do you have any idea what flowering plant?
My answer is hibiscus.
Woo! Congratulations! What's your name?
And here I'm super sad.
Andrew Prasad? Okay, Andrew Prasad. Andrew, do you go to Charlestown Primary? Good, okay. Recognize the name. And what grade are you in, Andrew? Andrew?
2.
You're in grade 2. Who's your teacher?
The Ivory.
Oh, you have Miss Amory. All right. Well, I have to say a very, very special shout out to Miss Amory this morning. Andrew, can you hold on? Don't hang up. Melissa is going to take your parents' contact information, okay? All right. So Andrew is correct. The answer is the hibiscus. All right. And so the hibiscus is the flowering plant that only lasts one day. So the flower comes out for one day. And we lost the hibiscus, a lot of our hibiscus plants at one point due to the attacks of the pink mealy bug, but they're coming around, and we're seeing them more and more once again. And the origin of the hibiscus plant is Asia and the Pacific. So we have that one being a first correct answer. We want to commend Andrew Prasad for a job well done. His guess was spot on, and so congratulations, Andrew. And I hope that you are able to identify the hibiscus plant as you go around this Arbor month and beyond. All right, so I'm going to continue with the second one. I am a small fruit tree with pretty orangey red flowers. My round fruit becomes a rosy pinkish red when ripe. Don't bite into my hard outer shell, my hard outer skin. Peel it off, and inside you find many red juicy seeds full of nature's goodness. I'm going to go again because I know Melissa wants to win this one. I am a small fruit tree with pretty orangey red flowers. My round fruit becomes a rosy pinkish red when ripe. Don't bite into my hard outer skin. Peel it off, and inside you find many red juicy seeds full of nature's goodness. All right, we have a caller. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Do you have any idea what the flowering tree or plant that we described is?
A pomegranate.
Woohoo! What's your name?
Tejani Davis.
All right, Tejani, pomegranate is correct. And you are in grade 6. Okay.
6.
Okay, and who's your teacher? Who's your teacher, Tejani?
Mrs. Henry.
Okay. Perfect. Congratulations. Good job. And you can collect your prize. The Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, you know where that is, by the museum. And during the course of the week, okay?
Okay.
Okay, have a great week.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, it was the pomegranate. Some of us call it pongonut. But it's the pomegranate fruit, and that is the tree that was focused on, and the origin is Middle East and Asia. So we have the two areas of origin, the Middle East and Asia. All right, secondary school students, let's go. I am a type of shrub or small tree that used to grow in many local gardens. My sap is sticky and milky like the poinsettia, my cousin. I am known locally as the Christmas tree. Give 2 reasons for my name. Woohoo! I am a type of shrub or small tree that used to grow in many local gardens. My sap is sticky and milky like the poinsettia, my cousin. I am known locally as Christmas tree. Give 2 reasons for my name. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So this is for secondary school students. Secondary school students. I need you to tell us 2 reasons why this particular flowering shrub is called Christmas tree. Okay? I'm going to read it again. I am a type of shrub or small tree that used to grow in many local gardens. My sap is sticky and milky like the poinsettia, my cousin. I am known locally as Christmas tree. Give 2 reasons for my name. Okay? All right, while you're thinking that through, we're going to take a short break while you're thinking it through, and we'll be right back.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's youth on the go. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around, and adventure is always waiting. The storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
Let's go. And of course, our high schoolers are listening in, and I know they have the answer to the big question. High schoolers. Let's see what the question was. The question for our high school students. I am a type of shrub or small tree that used to grow in many local gardens. My sap is sticky and milky like the poinsettia, my cousin. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Can you give me the 2 reasons why this particular shrub is called a Christmas tree?
Okay, it's because it only comes out during Christmas, and the color of the flower reminds us of snow.
Okay. All right. You are doing so well. What's your name?
Alison Gishad.
Alison Gishard, you are correct. And of course, you are a superstar. Alison, what school do you attend?
Excuse me?
What school do you attend?
The Gingerland Secondary School.
Okay, which form are you in? Form 1?
Form 1.
Tolerance?
Tolerance, yes.
Okay. All right. Hang on, I was about to say Ornella. Hang on, Alison. And we're going to take your parents' contact information. Okay? Congratulations, you're a superstar. You did very well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. And it's still around, but it's not as common as it used to be, listeners. But Alison was able to guide us through. The flowers come out around Christmas time. They're white, and it gives the snow like effect. And so that's the reason it's called the Christmas tree. Last question for our secondary school students. My wood is the heaviest of them all. Although it takes many years for me to grow tall, I have pretty flowers too. Soft petals of delicate blue with berries of an orange hue. What is my name? Ooh, all right, let's go. My wood is the heaviest of them all. Although it takes many years for me to grow tall, I have pretty flowers too. Soft petals of a delicate blue with berries of an orange hue. 469-1616, 469-1700. And this question is for our secondary school students, you must be enrolled in a secondary school to be able to get this one. I'm going to repeat it for you just in case you missed it. My wood is the heaviest of them all, although it takes many years for me to grow tall. I have pretty flowers too, soft petals of delicate blue, with berries of an orange hue. What is my name? 469-1616, 469-1700. This one seems to be stomping our secondary school students, but you will get through. All right, so let's go through it one more time. My wood is the heaviest of them all. I don't want to close out the show and we are unable to get somebody to answer this one. I'm giving you some clues. Listen carefully. My wood is the heaviest of them all. And as secondary school students, you walk around with something in your hand that you can do some quick research. So listen for my keywords and do some quick research. My wood is the heaviest of them all, although it takes many years for me to grow tall. I have pretty flowers too, soft petals of a delicate blue, with berries of an orange hue. What is my name? I need somebody to get this one. Come on, secondary school students. We need somebody to get this one and to get the prize so that you can go on down to the NHCS and collect the prize. In the meantime, I want to say commendations to our winners so far this morning. We had Andrew Prasad, Tejane David, Allison Gishard winning prizes this morning. We want to make sure that there's a second secondary school student who can also win a prize complimentary to the Navy's Historical and Conservation Society. So think about it. Use your search engines, Google or whatever search engine you use, and listen to the keywords, children, secondary school students. My wood is the heaviest of them all, although it takes many years for me to grow tall. I have pretty flowers too, soft petals of a delicate blue, with berries of an orange hue. And we are down to just 3 minutes, and I don't want the show to end without someone getting this prize. And I know the persons at the NHCS also want to make sure that somebody gets the prize. Don't let it stomp you. Use the keywords. Let's go one more time. My wood is the heaviest of them all, although it takes many years for me to grow tall. I have pretty flowers too, soft petals of a delicate blue, with berries of an orange hue. Let's see, we have somebody who's willing to try. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have any idea which flowering tree or shrub we're talking about?
Is it the cashew tree?
No, not, unfortunately not. But listen to my keywords, okay? And type in some of these keywords and see if you can find the answer in the next 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
My wood is the heaviest of them all, although it takes many years for me to grow tall. I have pretty flowers too, soft petals of a delicate blue, with berries of an orange hue. Melissa found it. Okay, so somebody out there, that means the clues are helpful. Just search the keywords. There's some keywords there that I know that somebody can get it in the next minute. Okay, my wood is the heaviest of them all, although it takes many years for me to grow tall. I have pretty flowers too, soft petals of a delicate blue, with berries of an orange hue. Come on, 469-1616, 469-1700. With just 1 minute left, I'm going to be disappointed and we might have to take it over to next week. But take your time and research, because somebody should be able to find the answer. And listeners, we are going to close out reminding you that we have, okay, let's quickly, good morning. Okay, we lost that person. So we'll have to turn it over to next week. When we come back next week, we'll add it to the list. So make sure you have your answer, secondary school students. We invite everyone to join us for the football championships finals on Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. We'll see Joycean Library and St. Thomas's Primary competing for the third place, and then Charlestown Primary and St. James Primary competing for the final at 7 p.m. We look forward to see you. Have a wonderful week.